Hey, what's going on, family? It's your boy, Anthony Beatty, the owner of Beatty Moving Company, LLC. I'm a pastor, husband, father, you name it. 42 years old, been here a long time. I'm a great thinker. Just glad to be here. Just kind of want to get into it. We are talking about home training. And recently, it's been a lot going on lately. One of the things that have happened is I did a video that, if you used to ask me, it went viral, dealing with trash on the ground. And because of the trash that was on the ground, I addressed some topics in terms of our community putting trash on the ground, leaving it there on the basketball court. The city council, woman, those who were involved, made sure that we got a nice setup. It has a nice pavilion there. And I went out there to play. This has been my third or fourth time going out there. This particular day, I went out there and there was trash on the ground. But what made this day different was there was a young white kid who was picking up trash as well. And that's when I kind of lost my crap. And it just made me think about later this topic or this idea of home training. We're living in a time where the home, I feel, has been under attack, and it doesn't look, and what we know as the home doesn't look like the home anymore. And so I challenged the idea of what does home training look like. These individuals who just could feel like, hey, this means nothing to us. I understand the city putting the money into this area to make it nice for us, but hey, we don't care. And it's really causing a lot of concern in terms of where we going as a people, as a nation. And then I personally believe all this hinges on the family structure. And a term that we used to use that we don't use anymore is when we saw someone doing something out of pocket, when we saw somebody doing something out of character, we would all say they have no home training. But if you notice, we don't use that term anymore. We don't use that term anymore because the idea of what the home's supposed to look like or should look like, or the original idea, has been challenged, has been thwarted. And so we say, that's just who they are. That's just the way it is. It is what it is. And we have to challenge that idea. Just recently, and we talk about the family, I remember when I was growing up, my father never wore very nice clothes. I remember I was a grown man, and I saw my dad with a polo shirt on. And I was like, "Oh, Dad, you ain't rocking that polo, huh? What you know about that polo?" And Dad says to me, he says, "I was trying to raise y'all. Couldn't afford polo. I had to wear Rustler jeans. I had to wear jeans from the dollar store. I had to wear." But nowadays, everybody got to be balling. Everybody got to look like they making money. Problem with it is statistics show they're not making money. So what's the benefit when we're having to bury you? We're having to cook fried chicken dinners to bury our parents. So it makes you say something that we're doing doesn't make sense. The other thing, just recently, I was driving my vehicle. I loaded a van for one of my employees. I was getting him started. As I said earlier, I own a moving company. Not only that, but we do courier, we do cleaning, you name it, we do it. And so as I was leaving the building, I'm still in the parking lot. I have the right of way. The way the parking lot is set up, you leave from the loading area. You come to a stop sign. You make a right. You go to the red light. You leave out of the parking lot area. I'm driving. Next thing I know, boom, I'm hit from the side. And I say, and I'm talking to my passenger guy. I'm like, dude, what just happened? And he says, I don't know. They just came out of nowhere. And I'm like, you got one job. Be the passenger. You the passenger. Be the passenger. And so what happened, the gentleman gets out of the vehicle. He's kind of shouting like, oh, Jesus. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm saying to myself, he's thanking God, which is cool. But I'm like, and so we were talking, and I could tell he was African. I didn't ask him where he was from, but I could tell he was African from his accent. And so I asked, I told him we're talking, and he makes a statement twice. He says, "It's okay, brother. I'm not mad at you." So first time I'm like, hey, it's cool, man. It's all good. I'm just glad everybody's okay. Your family's okay. He had 3 kids and a wife with him. I'm saying, we're glad everybody's okay. Then later, he's like, oh, no problem, brother. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad. And I said, mad at me? Why would you be mad at me? You hit me. No. You hit me. Long story short, he's arguing, and before I even let it escalate into the argument, because I'm already frustrated because he's holding us up. I just walk off. I say, well, the police officer take care of all this. Police officer gets there. Normal situation, you want to hear what the person's saying. I'm not even sweating it because I'm like, he's in the wrong. We got this. No big deal. See the cop talking to him. Everything's good. I hear him say to the cop, yes, I was pulling out and he did not slow down to see me. When he said that, I just started laughing. They done. But here's the funny thing. A week later, I go to check so my vehicle can be repaired, which I wasn't going to repair that vehicle. Take that money and run. But I go to check. He doesn't have insurance. You driving. I need you to hear this. You driving through the U.S. You're not even from here. His address say he lives in Lansing, Michigan. I don't even know if that's accurate. You have no insurance. You driving a 2018 Mitsubishi. What was that? Mitsubishi Outlander, the SUV. So you in a 2018, what is it, 2022? This thing is 4 years old. So you're in a $20,000 vehicle. And you have no insurance. So, my vehicle is drivable. I can beat the dents out. It's a work vehicle. It's a van. But it just makes me say again, what are we out here doing? And the fact that he gets out, giving God the praise, shouting. And it began to anger me when I found this out. But everything is one thing, and that's emotion. That's energy, And the greatest energy is your emotion. I refuse to allow this situation to change how I feel about him or to change how my day went, how my day is going to go. I was very upset. Still am to a certain extent. But I wish that family the best. And so it goes back to Home training. I remember my dad. I would watch my dad. My dad paid his entire premium in January for the year. See, he wasn't rocking polo. He wasn't wearing no new J's. So that monthly premium stuff, he wasn't doing that. I just noticed when I paid my premium for my truck, and see, as a trucker, having moving vans, moving trucks, box trucks, I got 4 of them. My premium is $22 a year, $22,000. Yeah, not really gonna be paying that cash. I have about that much in reserve, but that's in reserve. I'm not gonna pay that. I need that in reserve. But I noticed on the financing, I'm paying about $2,000 in financing. And so when we talk about home training, it's certain attributes that you're taught. And as a father, as a man, he had, here it is, he had 3 kids in the back seats. 2 of them was under 5 years old. No car seats. And so I say to myself, we are going to see a lot more of this. And the part about him copping out, jumping, and calling on Jesus, that's something that we need to tighten up in our community, because we're so religious, we're so spiritual, but we lack common sense. And I see this on a regular basis. And I know some people may say, well, that's just what you see. No, you see it too. And we cannot ignore this stuff as if all of a sudden things just going to turn around. No, if we don't wake up, we will not make it through this next recession, which the recession has already started. The stuff people are doing, we cannot keep on going down this path. Get your stuff together. Put image to the side and make sure you got your stuff together. The next post, I will show how I went from bankrupt to owning, we got about 10 trucks now, not including other contracts that I've been offered. This all came through a lot of hard work, a lot of good counsel. But we got to stay focused. And those principles that grandma, granddaddy, daddy, mama tried to teach us, we have to hold on to that. I'm going to say this and I'm done. I had a partner of mine, he said his uncle told him, he said, you need to get rid of that Mickey Mouse insurance. And when his uncle said it, he said, he listened. And I told him, I said, that's what makes such a big difference in your life. You actually listened. You listened. We got to think better. If we think better, we will see better. Got to change that mindset. Let's go.